Okay, everybody, good morning. It is Thursday, April 8th, 2010, and this is my monthly reviews for April, or monthly opinions, as you should say, for April on the Sonic the Hedgehog comic book and franchise. And as I mentioned in my review for 211, the Iron Dominion Saga is finally over, and well, it's officially over in the main Sonic the Hedgehog comic book. It is not yet over if you count Journey to the East in Sonic Universe. That's got 2 more months to go, this month and next month. So yeah, it's to me it was a very interesting saga. I mean, yes, some people feel as though it went a little too long. You know, I mentioned this at the end of my review in part 2 of my 211 review, but again, I'll say it right here. I mean, I know, and I even mentioned this in my rants and explanation. But again, like I said, I'll say it right here now. I know some fans didn't like the fact that it was over almost a year long. There are some fans that felt as though it was just the right amount of issues for the saga, that it was just the right length. And then, of course, there's a percentage of fans that feel as though it should have kept going. Now, you know, to me, you know, I have to say that I really enjoyed the Iron Dominion Saga. I mean, I do agree with what some people said in the what some people said on some of the message boards, and that is the fact that the Iron Dominion, that in a way this saga kind of threw a lot of things out of whack, if you will, kind of created some plot holes and created more questions than answers, and it really just, you know, got a lot of people pissed off at times about certain things. You know, and I mentioned this in my rants and explanation, that one of the things that got a lot of people pissed off about the comic, about the saga, was the fact that the whole situation with Nicole. It's one of the things that got them pissed off, because, like I said, the whole situation with Nicole is the fact that you know, here she is. She gets controlled basically at the beginning of issue 208, and from the rest of 208, she's under the Iron Queen's control. And then for half of 209, she's under the control until like the very end, where Sally basically uses the, I guess you could say, the magic, if you will, or the power, or whatever you want to call it, of the online world that they're in, of the digital world of Mobotropolis, on New Mobotropolis, to create a firewall, and then just instantly, like that, free Nicole, and thus give Nicole the opportunity to build up her strength and her defenses, so the Iron Queen can't take control of her anymore. And you know, and also by doing so, kind of act like an Uncle Chuck of the saga, basically be a spy working within. And again, a lot of fans didn't like this. Some fans didn't like this at all, because I don't know if it's the majority of all fan bases, of all the fan base, basically, who, you know, even the majority that liked the saga and, you know, didn't like the saga, you know, I don't know if they all agreed that this should have been spread out longer, or what, or some agreed that this was just the right amount, because, or, you know, this is just, you know, typical Ian. I mean, I don't know. But a lot of fans didn't like it because some fans felt as though it should have been prolonged all the way up until now, until issue 211. So anyway, that apparently did not happen. And then another situation that gets him pissed off is the fact that a majority of fans, if not all the fans, I guess, are all in one voice saying that the whole thing with the saga, the whole subplot, if you will, or love plot of the saga, putting Sally with Monkey Khan, was pointless. Like, basically, you're just putting her with a guy that's like Sonic in some ways, if not many ways, and yet he's a monkey, a cybernetic monkey at that. So, and that's what got a lot of some fans. I guess the majority of fans that didn't like the saga, if not all the fans that with like the one half that liked it and the other half that didn't, kind of siding. We don't really know. I mean, I don't really know, exactly if both sides were in agreement that the whole Khan Sally thing was, pointless. And then in a way, it also used it as a teaser plot of a Sonic Amy deal. So, and this is what really gets fans ticked off. Why would you take what's supposed to be your longest? Why are you supposed? What are you doing taking your? Basically, fans are wondering why take your longest, what's supposed to be your most important, most comic changing, if you will, saga, and use it to do a teaser plot with Sonic and Amy, and do a love plot, if you will, if just for like one-time deal, fling or whatever, with Sally and Khan. What's the deal? And no one really knows. Some people are still skeptical of what's going to happen next issue. Is Sally going to go with Khan to the Monkey Kingdom, or what's going to happen? And I've explained this in my rants and explanation. I think this is going to take the same route that a lot of relationships in these kind of story arcs take. You want a good example? Watch Saved by the Bell, the Hawaiian style. Watch the recently released Justice League Crisis on Two Worlds. And those will give you an example of what I'm talking about. So, and I think in a way it was Ian's, own way of trying to see how much the fan base wanted to see Sonic and Sally together, because according to what I've heard and even read in the Sonicgrams myself, what Ian did is he basically asked people to send in letters, and stuff in Sonicgrams, asking who they prefer the most. Do they prefer Sally with Khan or somebody else? Do they prefer Sonic with Sally? Do they prefer Sonic with Amy or Sonic with somebody else? And he said, and I don't know if this is just kissing up to the fans, but he said the support for Sonic and Sally was ginormous, and that he wishes for someone to create a logo. Anyway, besides that, there's just some other plot points and stuff, like, Eggman finally regaining his sanity and everything and plotting against Sonic, and people are like, wait a minute, you just drove him crazy, you just made him insane for basically about 9 issues, if not 8 issues, and now all of a sudden he's back to normal. Well, the way I look at it, I think Ian's trying to probably write him to where he's partially still insane, but mostly back on, on par, if you will. And again, there's just some other things, and there's just other things, like SBO showing up with the fan at the in 211, just things like that. And one other thing, of course, is the fact that the tie-in story, which is Journey to the East, the spin-off story, a story arc, which is Journey to the East, which is still going on, like I said, continuing this month and finishing off next month in the Sonic Universe comic, is what really gets fans pissed off, because basically here with issue 211, Ian it spoiled everything. You know, it's like they, you know, and this is where some fans feel as though he should have kept it going at least until maybe May, and have it end at the same time as Journey to the East. So, but anyway, I thought overall it was a good saga, and you know, I guess it's still a good saga going on in Sonic Universe if you count Journey to the East. The next couple of issues, from what I understand, are going to be like maybe 2-3-parters for the Sonic Universe, maybe just 2-parters, I don't know. Like, we're going to start with something with the Wolf Pack and, you know, and all that in the next 2 issues. In the next issue of 212, and then we got Tails having his own solo adventure along with Bunny and Antoine in Sonic Universe. So we got a lot to look forward to, and just have to see how Ian rebounds, and you know, from this, and how we can all rebound from this. And that's all I can say about my April opinions on Sonic the Hedgehog comic book. Thank you for watching, and take care.